The Completely True Tales of Jax, Part 1. Keep in mind, this is all true, every bit of it. Annie, did you write that down? You don't have to look at me like that. I just wanted to make sure you weren't going to miss anything, okay? Alright, just keep writing whatever I say. This is going to be neat. Now, where should I begin? Well, how about I just start at the very beginning? I grew up outside of Penn, about a half-day's journey along the eastern coast. There's a small port there called... My name? Oh, my name is Jax, but back then, people called me Jack. That's what my mom called me anyway. She was a beautiful woman. She took care of me and the others. There were 8 of us altogether. There might have been more after I left. I'd guess I have at least 5 more siblings out there I don't even know about. My dad was a farmer. I didn't see him much. He'd be gone before the sun went up and return around dinner time. He had this one chair that was his favorite, and he'd eat his dinner and then fall asleep right there. That's about all I can remember of him. We kids were expected to help out, of course, but I was always messing around. It was easy to get away with, since there were so many of us. This one time? Well, maybe I'll save that one for later. Anyway, I was a bit obsessed with fire. I mean, who isn't? It is so fully awesome. What do you mean I can't use that word? Which word? No, write it just as I told you. But that isn't what I said. Okay, I guess fully works, but whatever. Where was I? So my mom tells me I have to bring some stuff to Jana. He sold our extra supplies for my dad out of Gesh. I mentioned Gesh already, right? There were ships there that would travel along the coast. Well, you know that, right? Like the Burkis and the like, taking supplies around. Okay, so she gives me this big bundle, and I head out. But before I go, I grab my father's axe. I wanted to gather firewood on the way home. I figured my dad would never miss it. Fully, he'd probably miss it before he noticed I was gone. He was a fuller like that. By the time I get to Gesh, I am exhausted, and Jana is nowhere around. I didn't want to wait for him, but if I left without being paid for the stuff, I knew I'd be in trouble. That's when this guy comes up to me in full guard uniform. He was all like, "Is that the supplies for the men?" Jana was supposed to deliver them, but he never showed up. I found out later that the reason Jana never showed was because he had taken the money and then run off with one of the ship captain's wives. The best place to hide in that situation is the mountains. Captains are always a little uneasy on dry land, so it's best to get as far away from water as you can get. Wait, where was I? I'll tell you when I've had enough to drink. No, don't write that down. Fully. Fine. So I say to this guy, "Fully, yeah, I have your stuff." He's super excited and tells me he'll throw in a bit extra if I carry the stuff back to camp for him. Fully, yes. By the time we get there, it is getting late, and the guy offers me a place for the night with the guys. I was excited. His name was Bren. We all got so drunk that night. Huh? Nah, I was plenty old enough. Okay, well, not everyone was raised like you, so just relax. Bren goes on to tell me that they are on an important mission, but they are a bit short-handed. Well, I've got my dad's axe and plenty of time on my hands. I told him I'd be happy to help out. You see, further east of Gesh is the Welter River. It runs between Arden and Kruda. You know, I should draw you a map. No, I will tell you the rest after I draw the map, and maybe finish my drink.